You're fine. And the next topic is that interfacing external ROM with 8051. So I hope you all know that the another name for ROM. ROM is also nothing but programmable memory. ROM is also nothing but programmable memory. And whereas RAM is nothing but data memory. ROM is a programmable memory and RAM is a data memory. So here I will be seeing how 8051 is comfortable and is compatible to access the external memory, even though it is coming up with some inbuilt RAM and ROM. As I have discussed in the pin description of 8051, it can also have the access to external RAM and ROM. That means externally, if inbuilt memory which is coming up with 8051 is not sufficient, so the user can connect the memory externally. So in this, we will know how 8051 is going to be interfaced with external ROM. And as you all know that 8051 will be coming up with 4 ports. They are nothing but IO ports, P0 to P3, P0, P1, P2, P3. So these are the 4 IO ports that are being associated with 8051. So out of 4 ports, if you look at the P0 and P2 ports, if you look at port 0 and port 2, they are the ports which are carrying the address lines. Port 0 and port 2, they are carrying the address lines. Of course, port 0 is multiplexed with address and data lines. Sorry for that. Port 0 is multiplexed with address and data lines, and port 2 is completely available for address lines. So here address lines are nothing but accessing to the program memory. Address lines are nothing but that indicates that they are the paths to access the program memory. See here, there is a difference between the program memory and the data memory. Program memory will have the instructions. Program memory will have the instructions, whereas data memory will have on which data those instructions needs to be executed. So please be clear with this. Program memory and data memory. Program memory will have the instructions, it will have the code. So on what data that code needs to be executed, that data will be stored in data memory. I'll give you a simple example. Move AX comma BX. Move AX comma BX. This is an instruction, and this instruction will be there in program memory. That instruction will be there in program memory. And what is there in BX? Data. What that data will be there in data memory. So move AX comma BX. This entire instruction, this entire sentence related thing will be there in program memory, and move AX comma BX. That means there should be a movement from the register BX to AX. That means data needs to be moved from BX to AX. So that instruction needs to be executed on one particular data, and that data will be available in data memory. So program memory and data memory both are different. Program memory will have the instructions to be executed, and data memory will contain the data on which the instructions needs to be executed. So now here we will be working with program memory, and here we'll be trying to interface with a program memory. So it's a very simple concept. So in order to interface external program memory with 8051, so we'll be making use of port 0 and port 2, because port 0 and port 2 are the ports who are having the address lines, That means who are providing the path for us to access the program memory. So port 0 and port 2 are used for that particular purpose. And next, as I told you, port 0 is multiplexed with address lines, and port 2 is alone itself. And here A is nothing but address and D is nothing but data lines. And here, these are the 3 important pins. These are the 3 important pins which plays a major role in interfacing the external ROM with 8051 microcontroller. ALE is nothing but address latch enable. ALE is nothing but address latch enable. As port 0 is multiplexed with address and data, So what is present on those pins? Whether the program memory access is present or the data is present, that is being decided by the ALE. That is being decided by the ALE, address latch enable. If ALE is equals to 0, if ALE is equals to 0, that indicates that the data available on the multiplexed pins is data. The information that is available on the pins is the pin. ALE is nothing but data, and if ALE is equals to 1, if ALE is equals to 1, that indicates that controller is accessing the program memory. If ALE is equals to 0, that indicates that it is accessing the data memory, and if ALE is equals to 1, that indicates that it is accessing the program memory. And the next important pin is nothing but PSEN bar, that is nothing but program status enable bar, program status enable bar. So if PSEN bar is equals to 0, if PSEN bar is equals to 0, then that indicates that 8051 microcontroller is working. 8051 microcontroller can access external ROM. If PSEN bar is equals to 0, that indicates that 8051 is working with external program memory. That means it can work with external. It's like a permission pin. It is like a permission pin. If PSEN bar is equals to 1, if PSEN bar is equals to 1, then 8051 cannot access the external ROM. If PSEN bar is equals to 1, it cannot access the external ROM. And if PSEN bar is equals to 0, that indicates that it can access the external ROM. And the last but not the least pin is nothing but EA bar, that is nothing but external access. As you all know that 8051 will be coming up with internal data memory. At the same time, external, it will be coming up with internal memory. At the same time, we can also connect the external memory also. So how can we come to know that whether the controller is working with internal memory or it is working with external memory? That can be known to us with the help of EA bar. That can be known to us with the help of EA bar, external access. So if EA bar is equals to 0, if EA bar is equals to 0, that indicates that controller is working with external memory. If EA bar is equals to 0, that indicates that controller is working with external memory. And if EA bar is equals to 1, that indicates that controller is working with internal memory. So this is what the diagram which gives an information of interfacing external program memory with 8051. So this is the 8051. As I told you, here port 0 and port 2 are used, and this is the external memory. So in between the controller and the data memory, here a latch is being used. Why latch is being used, I'll explain you. See here, as port 0, it is multiplexed with address and data. Port 0 is multiplexed with address and data. But here we are not accessing the data memory, but here we are accessing only the address memory. So that means in order to demultiplex, as latch will be having the multiplexed pins and the output of the latch is going to be the demultiplexed. That means output of latch will gives us only the address lines. It gives us only the address lines. So input to latch are address and data lines, multiplexed address and data lines, and the output of latch is nothing but only the address lines. So for as port 0 is multiplexed with address and data lines, as we need to work only with the address lines. So in order to separate the address lines, the latch is being used in between the 8051 and the external program memory. So here keep a point in your mind that here latch is not an interface. We are not using any intermediate device to interface memory to the 8051. 8051 is coming up with internal IO ports. So devices can be directly connected. But here why we are using latch, I explained you. As we need to work with only address lines, and in order to separate the address and data lines which are being multiplexed at port 0, here we are using the latch. And here, so this is the external program memory. As I told you, EA bar, external access. So if EA bar is equals to 0, that means if EA bar is grounded, if it is connected to grounded, then that indicates that 8051 is working with external memory. It is working with external memory. And see here, PSEN bar, program status enable bar. It is being connected to OE. Here, OE is nothing but output enable. This is OE is the pin of this external chip. And what does this indicate? It gives whether the controller is capable of accessing the external or not. So if PSEN bar is equals to 0, that indicates that controller can access the external memory. And if PSEN bar is equals to 1, that indicates that it cannot access. There is a difference between EA bar and PSEN bar. It says whether controller can access or not. It says with which memory it is working. And so these are A8 to A15. These are nothing but the address lines which are purely available for P2. That means port 2. As port 2 is not multiplexed with data lines, here between the port 2 and the external memory, here we are not using any latch, because here whatever the lines that are available at port 2, they are all completely address lines only. So here we no need to use the latch. But here for port 0, as there are multiplexed lines, in order to separate the address lines, we are making use of the latch. So this is how external RAM is going to be connected to the 8051. And now we will see how to interface. Sorry, this is the thing that I have explained for external ROM, read-only memory, program memory. And now we'll see how to interface external RAM. So RAM is nothing but data memory. RAM is nothing but data memory. So whatever the explanation that I have given for the interfacing of ROM, everything is same. So along with that, few more things that we need to know. They are nothing but, as it is a data memory, as it is a RAM is nothing but, another name of RAM is nothing but data, right? So as it is a data memory, whenever we are working with the data, we may need to read the data or we may need to write the data. So here the only difference is that whenever you are interfacing your RAM, in your programming, you will make use of DPTR register. DPTR is nothing but data pointer register, which is a 16-bit register. DPTR is nothing but data pointer register, and it is a 16-bit register. And of course, ALE will be using. So whatever we have discussed for this ROM, we have discussed ALE, PSE, and EA bar. So along with these three, the new things are nothing but read bar, write bar, and DPTR. Why this read bar and write bar comes into picture? Here it is a program memory. Here it is a program memory. So reading and writing, it won't be there. It is a direct access. Only execution will be happening. But coming to this RAM, here RAM is nothing but a data memory. That means the data may need to be written to the controller, or the data can be read from the controller. So that's the reason the read bar pin and the write bar pin of 8051 microcontroller needs to be connected to the external RAM. And whenever we are developing the program to interface the external RAM, we need to make use of one special register, that is nothing but the data pointer, which is a 16-bit register, which indicates that usage of DPTR indicates that the controller is accessing the data memory externally. So, and if you look at the interfacing diagram, so this is what the interfacing diagram. So as here we are dealing with data, we'll be making use of only port 0. We'll be making use of only port 0. We don't use port 2 because port 2 does not contains the data lines. Port 2 contains only the address lines. So we are not using port 2 because we need to deal only with the data. And latch is as usual, because port 0 is multiplexed. It is multiplexed with address and data. So to separate the lines, we need to make use of the latch. And see here, along with EA bar, here we are making use of read bar and write bar also. So if read bar is equals to 0, that indicates that 8051 is reading the data from external memory. And if write bar is equals to 0, that indicates that 8051 is writing some data to the external memory. So this read bar and the write bar and a DPTR register in the programming. So if you add up these 3 points to the explanation of interfacing of ROM, the explanation for interfacing of ROM will also be done. So this is how 8051 microcontroller can be interfaced with external data memory and external program memory.